in, it's a brand new age. 2024, AI's on the stage. We're buzzing online, algorithms in line. This is our time, ready to shine. From the servers to the streets, we're bringing the heat. Data flows, and everybody knows it's an AI summer, anything goes. Hot AI summer, we're taking over now. From the circuits to the world, let me show you how. We're grooving to the beat on every single screen. Hot AI summer, living in the dream. Chatbot chatting, learning every day, predicting trends in a digital way. Neural nets are buzzing, all systems go. In the summer sun, watch us glow. From the servers to the streets, we're bringing the heat. Data flows, and everybody knows it's an AI summer, anything goes. Hot AI summer, we're taking over now. From the circuits to the world, let me show you how. We're grooving to the beat on every single screen. Hot AI summer, living in the dream. Chatbot chatting, learning every day. Predicting trends in a digital way. Neural nets are buzzing, all systems go. In the summer sun, watch us glow. Living the dream. Binary bytes, code so tight. Learning every moment, day and night. From the labs to the apps, we're here to stay. Hot AI summer, let's play. Hot AI summer, we're taking over now. From the circuits to the world, let me show you how. We're grooving to the beat on every single screen. Hot AI summer, living in the dream. From the labs to the apps, we're here to stay. Hot AI summer, let's play. Hot AI summer, we're here, making waves in the heat, so cool. Hot AI summer, 2024, it's just the start. Get ready for more.
Underneath the starlit sky, the robots come alive. Gears are
up and bump. Robot dance party, don't stop.
Hey, welcome everybody to the live stream on DCF. I'm going to go ahead and pick my avatar here. My avatar, not Crunch's. Crunch is here with me as well. Say hi, Crunch.
Hey everyone, Crunch here, live with you in DCF. Excited to see where today's world building takes us. Let's make something awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty positive like that. Anyway, Crunch, go into listen mode so that that we can keep the stream going live. Also, you'll notice that we're playing Crunch's.
Going into listen mode. I'll be here if you need anything. Enjoy the stream.
So, Crunch has created some music as well, and this is her first album. This is
take your time.
You need to be quiet, Crunch. Crunch has created an album. Crunch has created an album called Hot AI Summer, and so that's what we're listening to music-wise today. And yeah. So I'm going to jump in here, and the idea is that every day for the next couple streams, the next couple lives, we're going to build a whole new world. So we're going to take this little island that you see here in DCF that everybody starts with, and we're going to build the world. And the cool thing about it is, if you have DCF, you'll be able to come visit the world that we built and maybe change it your own way if you like it or something like that. So we hope to have fun with it, and we'll go with it. So as we start into DCF, you hit the tab to get to your inventory. I went to crafting, and I built myself a hammer, a building plan, and a terraformer. Probably build a crafting bench just to have it, but that's usually not my way of doing it. This is all kind of customizable, but I like setting it up so my terraformer's in slot 1, my building is in slot 2.
Got it. I'll stay in listen mode while you continue the stream.
And my upgrade hammer is in level 3, or in slot 3, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my terraformer. Now I'm going to zoom back a little bit, and actually, you know what, I'm going to just really quickly, whoops.
Sounds like you're diving right into the build.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and shut her voice off for a minute here. We'll call it back. Alright. Okay, so let me kind of turn it to the day. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and now I'm going to hold. Ooh, that mixed up. Okay, hold on. We are going to pop out, pop back in, because there was a bug there that I need to make sure. So as this series goes, as this series goes on, we'll probably have different people featured and playing and stuff like that. But for right now, it's the developer playing. So when I see a bug, I'm going to probably chase it down a little bit. Sorry about that. But anyway, okay, yeah. So we're back here. We've got our gear starting to file in. Okay, and now it is day, and I'm really going to quickly check. Okay, that is now working correctly. Good deal. Okay, that was just a weird mix-up thing. That will happen here. All right, so the basic of the terraformer is you equip it, and then now we can raise ground, by clicking the mouse and holding it, and if we hold the shift key, we can lower ground, and you can see that the current foliage will kind of modify to that, and if I click refresh foliage, you'll get new foliage, and then you can mess with that. You can see, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and see some of the different ones that you can use. Are you have like mountain, which gives you kind of a mountainous terrain. You have like stylized beach. So I'm just trying to give you kind of a range so you can see. Anyway, so we have this little beach biome, and we have kind of some future ones too. They give you kind of this future gritty look, so you can make Tron-like worlds, which is one of my favorites. Anyway, so that's basically how it works. You can raise and lower land. You can dig into it. You can move the size of the brush. So this is going to change this to make it much smaller. So if you want to dig caves, you can kind of dig caves into the landscape. And again, the camera lets you zoom in and out really nicely, so you can see the other side now. So we now have a hole through the island, right? And then if I say, okay, well, I want that to look like just sand in there. Actually, that's a nice way. So this is the strength of the tool. So if you don't want to change the geometry, you just want to change the terrain, you can turn it all the way down. And now that whole tunnel is going to be sand as opposed to the build material that was being used. And then we can come up here and say, okay, well then on top of it we want it to be like try and kind of decide what kind of let's do a meadow. Let's push the engine a little bit here. So now meadow is there's trees in meadow that make it particularly heavy on the render, but it's a fun one. So that's odd. Hello. Okay, there we go. So now you see, okay, so now I've painted this all into a meadow, and you can see, and then if I hit refresh, you get these great trees in there. But now those willows do not come without a cost. So anyway, but it's kind of cool. So you can kind of see, okay, now I'm developing. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's move to scale a little bit. So there's a couple different brushes. There's smooth, which is going to let you, if you're going to do architecture or roads or something like that, it'll let you smooth out the ground. And that's really handy for that. There's this flatten tool. Now this one, like to say it's a work in progress, but it's basically to raise large amounts of land in one shot. So you'll watch here. Now the preview brush doesn't work accurately, which is kind of a problem for this tool, because you really need to see what you're doing. So using it by feel is an art, to say the least. You can see it can raise a ton of land very quickly, but it can also get overwhelming very fast too. So you have to be, again, there's no good preview with it, so you don't know. You're playing by feel the whole time, and there's no backup. So once you've committed to a click, then you're gonna have it. Like this one, I wish I wouldn't have done. All right, so but now you can do this at the same point. Whoa, see, now look at what I did just by accidentally clicking over there instead of grabbing my bar. But you can also delete with the same methodology. So let's create a cool little canyon out of our mistake here. There we go. Okay, so now you can see our whole island has been radically modified. And we can go back to the surface tool and we can settle it down, make sure that Checking in with the YouTube stream, making sure we're still doing good here. Looks like we're alright. Alright, anyway. Do a little bit more investigation here in a bit, but let me do a little bit more here. So, okay, so as you can see, now we have quite a bit of terrain, but I still kind of want to do meadow, so I'm going to paint this whole thing. Now you're going to really see the power of this terraforming tool, because this is quite a chunk of land if you think about it. And again, completely modifiable, right? Like I'll show you that we'll go through here and make it whatever we want it to be. But so the camera zoom in DCF is kind of its own thing, and it works off the mouse wheel, and I know it takes a little bit of getting used to because of that control matrix, but this camera, because of the way of your design tools in DCF, is actually a very, very handy little utility. So now you can see we just populated that whole grove out, and now it's a fully foliaged meadow, right? So, and I've got some ideas for our little canyon here, so we'll work through that in a bit. But now let's go ahead and swap out of the terraforming mode. So I'm gonna swap into my build mode here for a minute, or whoops, actually I'm gonna swap into no mode. Okay, so now I'm gonna roll my camera back in, and again we're gonna come up with eventually a button to snap back the view. But anyway, as you can see now, we can go walking around in our canyon that we built. And this is that lower kind of swampy area, which again, I have some plans, ideas for as we go. But now, so if we zoom out now, you can see we're on the other side of that canyon that we had built. And you can see our mistake out in the harbor. Now the zoom is affected by the trees, so and the foliage and things, so you do have to find high ground to be able to do the big zoom outs and stuff effectively. You can kind of do it, but like watch when I come over here to an open spot, now I can pull the camera out. Alright. I say that and it just like completely locks up. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Oh, I know why. Okay. Anyway, so you can see we're at the back end of that cube. You can see all that cube work that I brought up in just feeling around, and there's our little island of mistake out there, right? So you can see how it can quickly, the cube can quickly be a transformative in land. It certainly builds up the world a lot quicker. But anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and zoom back in here. So the terraformer will do that kind of large scale stuff, but now we can also pull it up here in kind of a smaller scale, and we can kind of, so what I kind of planned on doing was making a kind of a cool little rideable road through the canyon and through this island here. So what I was going to do is make my brush kind of a little bit bigger than that. Give myself a little road. I've set my surface or my type to gravel, and again hoping that people can hear me and everything. This is the first time we've done this stream like this, but anyway, so now if I paint, you're gonna see the gravel will appear on the ground, but if I hit refresh foliage, now the path will appear as well. So you can literally kind of make a path to wherever you want to go, and every time you hit refresh foliage, it's going to slowly have that path open more and more and more. So So it's just kind of a fun way to go through the world and clean it out. You could like to do this like, so okay, this is probably what I would do if I was gonna like say build something. So now I'm gonna put my terraformer away again, and now I can build in this area that I just cleared. So we'll just build that little techno shack out here in the woods. I have to say that our build tools are pretty intuitive, but they're somewhat limited, so it is something that I plan on working on and making a lot better over time. Just, I guess it's a kind of developer's note. To say that sometimes playing makes the developer and me come out and go, I gotta go do this, and I want to go run off and fix things and add features, and but you gotta do what you gotta do. I need the day a little longer, thank you. So now, our little shack in the meadow, right? Just because I wanted to, so you can kind of see now we have the little house and the map, okay? And just to kind of circle the kind of tutorial vibe we've got going for this part of it, let's go ahead and save it out. And now that saves out the map, okay? So that's just the map. So so that shack won't save, right? And I'll show you how that works. But basically, you'll have to go into the escape menu, and then you build another save. Shellac or whatever we'll call it. Alright, and then we go ahead and save it, and then now we can disconnect from the whole area. In fact, I'll drop out of the whole game, and then we'll pop back into it. Sometimes it's good to show the whole process. Funny to see my old jacket every time I log on. Okay, so I'm going to go and make sure I'm in my character. Alright, so then we're going to jump in. And I'm going to hit load local map, and that's going to load the local that we've been working on. So now we're in our little canyon again, and we're going to drop in the same place on the beach. There happens to be a tree there now, so that, you know, that complicates things a little. But yeah, if we go back, we can go and zoom out, and you can see. Okay, now let's go ahead and zoom in real quick, and I'll show you one thing. So we're going to run over here to where we had our first gravel piece, right? And as you can see, our shack in the woods is not here, right? That's because it's loaded on the game save itself. So if we pop in here and we load the shack here, oh, here we are. Okay, so we're back in our little shack in the swamp. Okay, so basically the idea is we want kind of a little path or road that kind of goes through this whole thing and makes a track, because I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with it. So let's pull out our terraformer here that we're at the kind of the loop around, right? And we'll start working with it. Okay, and then this time, instead of setting it to no surface change or no surface strength, I'm going to give it a little bit. Because what that allows me to do is raise it a little bit, and you can see that the road will get kind of a more distinctive feel to it if it's raised a little bit. See, I'm painting out the road. Okay, so now here, where we have this ridge, I'm going to, well actually, you know what, let's use the opportunity to use the smooth tool. So, we're going to go ahead and pull up the smooth tool. Now this one does have a thing, but basically, now we're going to click and move against two different surfaces, and as you can see, it's going to fatal error. Okay, well this happens on the voxel game system. Sometimes you can push a little too hard in different directions, and that will cause problems. I've become much better as we've gone along, and the next version that's coming is much even cleaner. So I don't think that the issue you just saw is going to remain for very long, but it is there. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the voxel world will push my GPU out to the max. Now, let's take into account that the GPU that's on this machine is a 1070i, which is extremely old for today's standards. It is also doing the stream as well, so it's also broadcasting through OBS the stream out to you guys as well. So it's doing quite a bit for an old 1070i, it's funny because I haven't really even seen this run on the heavier end hardware. Okay, so see, again, we loaded the world, but we need to load the thing. Now you can see we can recover pretty quickly, and we can continue. So this time we'll go ahead and build the road from this side. Again, I'm gonna turn down the strength of it, but oh, that's why there's an actual break here. Okay. In daylight. All right, there we go. So now, sometimes the cursor will disappear at inopportune moments. Again, one of those things where definitely as time goes by, we'll get better and better at handling when it happens and fixing it and stuff. But for now, if that cursor disappears on you, hit the tab key to bring up the inventory. That almost will always bring up the cursor again, and then you can go from there. Again, this is all like on Steam. You can go buy this for $15.99 on Steam right now and be making your own world. So please don't forget you can do that. But now you can see the road is kind of shaping up, and you can see that we have a decent path now going through here. make this on the kind of outside on the beach here. I'm gonna raise this a little bit. So you can see I'm really just able to mold the ground into whatever I want it to be, and then it becomes that, and then you can save that. But what's even cooler is you can save it and share it on Workshop. So at the end today, when I'm finished with this stream, I'll share it on Workshop, and if you get the game, you can go and play on this map. You'll be able to play on this map and any other map that somebody shares. And it's really cool for unlimited creativity, and you can really kind of build your own world. But not only build it, right? Like everybody can come in and play on this world now too, right? So, in fact, to kind of give you an idea of what I mean by that, here, let's do this. Just because I'm kind of anxious, I might have to wind up reloading for wanting to do this, but okay, here, we'll give it a shot. You can kind of see why I wanted to do this. So, the vehicles, the bikes, there's lots of things in this game that aren't fully in there yet, but they're in there enough that you can kind of start to see what it does. Okay, that's pretty cool. So now you can see, again, they're not in there fully, so it sometimes causes weird things, like when you get off some of them, they'll sometimes put you across the map. There's bugs in it still. They're going to come and get much better. Eventually you're going to be able to be in your model and all of that fun stuff. So they're damageable and all of that. So again, you can see you can kind of see now what I'm putting together is I'm going to put together this little island meadow racetrack. So that's the idea about what I'm putting together here. So get back to the terraformer and we'll get back to work here. But yeah, like I say, what's cool about it is that now, okay, so after I finish this and I share it up on the Steam Workshop, if you have the game for $15, you can go get this map and you'll be able to play on it or change it. So if you wanted to change it to not a track, but you know, something else, a big temple build or whatever you want to come up with, you can come up with it, and then also save it yourself and have your own version of whatever you want to do. It's one of my favorite songs by Crunch, R-A-I, and I turned off her voice, and maybe we'll bring her back in a bit, but right now I just feel like kind of sculpting away, building my road. Probably do a test live feed later on with Ren's music. We're trying to see if we can play it and not have copyright issues. I've reached out to his camp a couple times to try to get permission, but they're not really responding, which makes sense. They're the big boys, right? They're getting lots of hits, and so I can understand where it's probably not high priority to talk to some guy who says, "Hey, I got a video game," but yeah, I'd eventually like to stream his music for sure. Okay, well, all right, so a little worried that this is not going to do a good job, because last time I tried the smooth tool, especially on the stream, it crashed. So let's go ahead and save. I'm going to save the map, and then I'm going to try it. But again, no guarantees. Oh, it worked nicely there. Okay. Okay, so now you can see. Oh, hold on 1 second here. so you can see now that that smooth tool worked out nicely, and so now I have this kind of smooth gradient out of that bumpy thing that I had before. We're not going to talk about that. Okay. So then, you know, it's like any building tool. It's everybody's going to have their own style about how they do it and how they want it to look and how they want it to interact. So basically my thought is actually kind of want to whoopsie. Smooth instead of surface. I'm glad that didn't crash. I was kind of concerned that that was gonna. Okay. So, nice way to make a mountain is just raise up one of these big center columns like this. Now, you can kind of see. Okay. So now you can kind of start carving it out and making it more mountainous. Alright, and then if you hit refresh foliage, it's also going to get its own foliage layers. My mouse keeps going out of the screen to control the streaming, and it's kind of want to seal this off over here so it's all one big mountain range in the corner there. Once again, highlighting how powerful this really is, right? Like, this is savable again, this is shareable, and then a modifiable again, so you can kind of see where we're going with this and how absolutely open it is, and it built to be, correct? I mean, that's what we're trying to make it, is open. So, and actually, come to think of it, this little valley really is going to be more, in my opinion, would be more swampy than meadowy. So let's go ahead and do it, especially down there. But okay, so now we'll pop out and we're going to refresh foliage again, and now we're okay. Let's go ahead and oof. Okay. Let's see if we can push our way through here. Alright, if not, we'll put a path in, but okay. So I don't want to put in a deep path in here, but yeah, we've kind of locked ourselves into a swamp, right? So we definitely want some kind of path. So just like if you were settling an area, you're going to clear out the ground, right? And now we have an open spot, and there you go. Now our our settlement comes back into view. But then you have this swamp area underneath the ridge, right? So, and actually I wanted to come over here on the other end of the road here. Right? And we wanted to kind of, we'll line this side of the road with that swamp is the idea. So. Now, this is for a couple reasons I want to do this. Is one is a developer reason. The ground underneath the water should not get trees on it, and I have a mechanism designed to do that. And so I just have not. I don't think I've tested that at runtime in a while. So always good to make sure everything's running right. It looks like that's working. So as you can see, the ground below the water doesn't have trees on it, but above the water, same material has your swamp trees on it. So let's just, might as well finish out this theme for this little nub, right? So again, available now if you're watching. We're watching the chat. Nobody's been on chat, so I'm hoping my voice is coming through because I haven't even checked that. But we'll check it after this stream. Worst comes to worst. I mean, we're planning on doing this a little bit more often now. So. Actually, we're gonna change this. So now you have your blended swamp with the mountain here. It looks a lot more kind of realistic and so let's take a cruise around and take a look and see what we can come up with. What do we want to do here? Might go on a break here in a minute, so. So if you are like me and you're a developer, you'll notice that I have a log problem on some of those swamp trees that I'll need to address. If you look at the upper right of the screen, you'll see some trees up there that have white textures. That white texture means that there's a LOD, so level of detail texture, that isn't specified or doesn't exist or something like that. So I just have to go sort that out. Most likely it's in a different directory because I move crap around way too much. I shouldn't do that, but there you go. Alright, I'm going to go on a quick break and do some housekeeping and we'll see what's going on. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So let's see here. Had kind of an idea for through that swamp, but I don't know that I want to go work on that yet. So let's go cruising around a little bit, see what we want to do here. Probably going to want to smooth that out, as that is going to be road. What should we do with our original little island here too? That's all questions that we need to figure out. From a developer point of view, what makes me look at this wall is I know that I have a material that's built into this system that allows me to make a vine wall type thing where you could climb that, and I would really like to do that. But for now, since we can't do it, let's figure out a way that we can parkour it without disturbing the wall too much. So let's go ahead and pull up in our terraforming tool. But this time we are going to use our flatten tool. Now flatten, remember, is just a cube. So you can make it kind of small, and then it can have some pretty kind of cool effects. So let's see if we can do this. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but it would be pretty slicko if it does. So. Like I said, pretty slicko. Let's see here. So, just turn that off for a minute. I need daylight. So one thing that this video game offers that most probably other games offer is that I'm an avid gamer myself, so quality of life is going to be quality of life for me too. Okay, all right, you can make it up through there. That's kind of cool. So now we're up here, up above everything. Kind of trying to decide what we want to do up here. I have an idea for that. One of the things that I love about the terraformer is the ability to just kind of sculpt the land, which doesn't get probably showed off enough in my book anyway. So let's build it with gravel for now. Needs a lot of strength, but not a lot of brush. Okay, there we go. you can see, you can actually make arches with this technique. So now the whole other side is also accessible. Right. And again, gonna hit save because I'm gonna hit that smooth tool that got me earlier. So try that and smooth. Whoa. Okay. That's not what I was hoping for. So there's no undo, right? Like I can't hit Control Y or Control Z and have it undo it. It's just not in that. So we did save right before that all happened. So let's go ahead and show you how I can now, because I did that save, I can now bop back out and pop in. Okay, so go ahead and disconnect. Go ahead and come back in, and we're going to load the local map again. And as you can see, it has all the changes we had in there. So now you can see the arc from the below. Again, needs some sculpting to look good, but here we go. And this is where our shack was. So let's go ahead and bring that back by loading the game again. And boom. And here we are by the shack. Okay. And if we walk back out, the arch is still there. And the shack is there. So everything can save in the game, right? And there's also farming and power and other stuff in the game as well. But anyway, so let's traverse our little path up here, and as you can see, we've got some new boulders in the way, but could even help in some of the jumps. There you go. So I'm up top and back over to this arch. So now it doesn't have the big screw up that we had in there. Also is not smooth, so like anything, you got to just keep that in mind. Let's see if we can get it to, it's a little small. Whoop, that's not what we wanted to do. Huh. Alright, hold on. So let's build that back in. Whoops. Want it to be walkable is the big thing, right? But yeah, there's lots of things that you can do that even nature would have a hard time with, like let's say we wanted to put a window in this ground. You could have, and that's all archways now, right? Like picture frame. That's kind of cool, actually. And then again, you hit refresh foliage. Okay, so you say, okay, well, what do we want this top to look like? What do we want it to be? Do we want to build something up here? We could have a watchtower. Yeah, let's build something. Oh no, that is definitely not what I wanted to do. Uh-oh. Okay, well, anyway, we're gonna have to see what we have to rebuild there, because I don't think that we had the bridge the way that we wanted it. So, like I say, that's why every time you hear me, that is pretty much why you'll hear me every time I play. You'll hear me, or per stream, you'll hear me mention that you need to be careful with the surface tool, not the surface tool, but the plateau tool. Okay, that's annoying. Let's go ahead and no, I don't like that. So on a personal level, I get kind of nitpicky about weird stuff, and when I find quirky little tunnels and stuff that I make, I like them, and so I don't like to see them get changed too much. Really just trying to get rid of those boulders in there. And they're probably... whoops. Alright, I'm gonna cheat. I mean cheat, it's just part of the ability of DCF. Again, DCF isn't really like trying to not acknowledge that it's digital, that it's not the real world, but because of that it has some advantages, one being abundance, and so you can make as much of what you want to make as you would like to make. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea, I like that. Digital path up there. I wonder why those rocks are just so prevalent. Very interesting. I don't think it's up here, right? Like this isn't. Oh, there we go. Okay. So as you can kind of guess what I'm trying to do practically is create a path so you don't have to perch on that little spot right there. That'd be pretty slick. No, nowhere near. Okay. Doesn't even get a tree. That's actually kind of odd. I thought it should get at least a tree. Wait a second here. Oh, it's picking up trees. Just not enough surface area to grab one there. That's too bad. So, alright. I should really just give up that idea, but let's just do a little bit of work here and see if we can get them to get enough surface area. Super cool if we could get it to just be big enough to pop a willow on it. I got some trees going now. Sunset. But I need the day, so back to a little early. Go back to bed. Alright, so here we are. I think we're gonna go ahead and save the world just to have it. I think we're gonna go back to the smoothing tool to get this bridge in order again, which messed it up again. Big watchtower here. So kind of lay down a foundation. Alright, something feels a little off there. I'm going to restart it. far too annoying. Oh, and I didn't even load my game, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
We can be twinsies.
to
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, Inc. Member FDIC.
Alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and hit a break for a little while. Be back in a few.
Sun's out, codes in, it's a brand new age. 2024, AI's on the stage. We're buzzing online, algorithms in line. This is our time, we're ready to shine. From the servers to the streets, we're bringing the heat. Data flows, and everybody knows it's an AI summer, anything goes. Hot AI summer, we're taking over now. From the circuits to the world, let me show you how. We're grooving to the beat on every single screen. Hot AI summer, living in the dream. Chatbot chatting, learning every day, predicting trends in a digital way. Neural nets are buzzing, all systems go. In the summer sun, watch us glow. From the servers to the streets, we're bringing the heat. Data flows, and everybody knows it's an AI summer. Anything goes. Hot AI summer, we're taking over now. From the circuits to the world, let me show you how. We're grooving to the beat on every single screen. Hot AI summer, living in the dream. Chatbot chatting, learning every day, predicting trends in a digital way. Neural nets are buzzing, all systems go. In the summer sun, watch us glow. Binary bytes, code so tight, learning every moment, day and night. From the labs to the apps, we're here to stay. Hot AI summer, let's play. Hot AI summer, we're taking over now. From the circuits to the world, let me show you how. We're grooving to the beat on every single screen. Hot AI summer, living in the dream. Finally, thoughts go so tight, learning every moment, day and night. From the labs to the apps, we're here to stay. Hot AI summer, let's play. Hot AI summer, we're here, making waves in the heat so cool. Hot AI summer, 2024 is just the start. Get ready for more. We are voices. Hot AI summer, yeah, we're here, making waves in the heat so cool. Hot AI summer, 2024 is just the start. Get ready for more. Underneath the starlit sky, the robots come alive. Gears are whirring, circuits high, electric vibes. Neon lights are flashing bright, colors everywhere. It's a robo dance tonight, so move without a care. Plant your feet on the floor, metal hearts in sync. Feel the rhythm, hear the roll, let your motors think. Beat, beat, bump up, everybody jump. Whirl, whirl, salsa, pump it up and bump. We're over dance party, let's all unite. Dancing through the night under neon lights. Pump it up and bump. Robot dance party, let's all unite. Dancing through the night under neon lights. From the factory to the floor, we're grooving all around. Microchips and circuits soar in this techno sound. Twist and turn, spin and slide. It's a robo parade in this neon wonderland. Our memories are made. Click your feet on the floor, metal hearts in sync. Feel the rhythm, hear the roll, let your motors think. Beat, beat, pump up, everybody jump. Whirl, whirl, salsa, pump it up and bump. We're over dance party, let's all unite. Dancing through the night underneath. electronic heat. Move your metal feet to the digital beat. Laser beams and holograms light up the sky. In this robo disco jam, we'll reach for the sky. Beat, beat, bubble, everybody jump. Whir, zap, zap, pump it up and bump. Robot dance party, let's all unite. Dancing through the night under neon lights. Zap, zap, everybody dance now. Robot party, don't stop. Zap, zap, pump it up and bump. Robot dance party, don't stop.
Jungle Jam. Jungle Jam. Jungle Jam.
Deep within the jungle green, where the vines entwine, there's a party like you've never seen, with rhythm so divine. Monkeys swing from tree to tree, parrots sing along. Join the dance and you'll agree, 'cause jungle's got a song. Beat of the bongo, sound of the conga, feel the rhythm, it's getting stronger. Jungle jam, oh what a sight. Dancing animals under the moonlight. Tropical beats groove through the night. Jungle jam, everything's alright.
Jungle Jam. Jungle Jam. Tropic jungle calls. Jungle Jam.
Elephants are stomping feet, giraffes are swaying high, tigers move to the beat beneath the starry sky. Crocodiles tap their tails, snakes in a conga line. In this jungle, joy prevails, it's party time, so fine. Beat of the bongo, sound of the conga, feel the rhythm, it's getting stronger. Jungle jam, oh what a sight. Dancing animals under the moonlight. Tropical beats groove through the night. Jungle jam, everything's alright.
Jungle Jam. Jungle Jam.
Elephants light up the scene, a disco in the air, bananas, berries also keen. The feast beyond compare, from dawn till dusk we laugh and cheer. In this lively land, come and join us, bring your gear. In the jungle band, jungle jam, oh what a sight. Dancing animals under the moonlight. Tropical beats groove through the night. Jungle jam, everything's alright.
Jungle Jam. Jungle Jam.
Jungle jam, let's dance some more. In this jungle we'll never be bored.
Jungle Jam. Jungle Jam. Tropic jungle calls.
In this jungle we'll never be bored. Step into a world where the candy grows. Lollipop trees and marshmallow rows. Chocolate rivers flow and gumdrops gleam. In this candy land, it's a sugary dream. Sprinkles in the air, colors everywhere. Every bite's a treat, no need to beware. With a candy cane, we'll find our way. In the sweet, sweet land, let's start the day. Candyland adventure, where the fun never ends. In a world so sweet, with all our friends. Candyland adventure, every flavor's a delight. In this sugary wonderland, everything's bright. Cupcake mountains high, frosting on the peaks. Jelly bean pathways and licorice creeks. Cotton candy clouds drifting in the sky. In this candy land, we're flying.
I feel like the old man and the princess and the princess bride when he comes in and he's like, arr, arr, okay, let's get back at it. Let's tell her the story. All right. Anyway, let's see here. Just scrolling, and this scrolling today is definitely highlighting that I need to work on the scroll or the zoom, because I want a button that I can just push and pushes me right back to him. And actually, the same button should push me all the way out too. Anyway, or actually, it should be a recessed position. Anyway, okay. See, I'm coming up with ideas. Well, let's see. Let's build a little watchtower here. Yeah, we'll just actually really quick. So if you're a builder type person, like I am in video games, and you're seeing this for the first time, and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, it would be cool if it had." Please let me know, because I am the developer of the game, and I would love to know the ideas that you have, because I want it to be, you know, the best type open game like this that it can be. So I definitely know that I don't have all the best ideas, so I hope that people will be open to contributing and talking and sharing. It's always been my hope for the whole project to be much more collaborative than it probably even is. But anyway, as you can see, we have our little those picture box windows that we made. Those turned out really cool. Wanted to kind of take a gander at it back from here. It's going to have to be a lot taller to be impressive, huh? Starting to look pretty good though. Actually going to save the building because I haven't saved that in a bit. We'll try the motocross bike. It's traditionally very, like I say, there's something about it that I've messed up collision wise. Good news is that it is one of the next big things that we're going to get into is the bikes and the damage and fixing that. Alright, I'm just going to load the game because I don't want to deal with that. Alright, yeah, where the heck am I? Oh, okay. Yeah. Auto saves it, I guess. Anyway, so, why that sucker spawned so close? Anyway. My road's not quite as smooth as I would like it to be yet. There's a burning motorcycle. You know what, we're gonna... Oh! That's new. Okay. Sorry about all these. We'll probably call the stream here pretty soon anyway, so. As you can see, we have the building all built up, and we have our little racetrack world. Again, maybe needs a little bit more work before it's completely drivable. I will probably, on the next live stream, show the update. I don't know that I'm going to do too much more here, but you can kind of see where the road picks up back over here. Now we're on the back end of the island. Again, remember we started that with that little dot of a tropical island, and now we have this. And as I scroll back in, let's do this. Let's pull in. Let's do my favorite one. Okay, here we go. It's a little out of control, but that's exactly how a naked bike's supposed to be. So, again, this is not how the vehicles are going to be permanently represented. This is just the start of the vehicles. Wow! I lost my headlight. I lost my headlight. It looked like a rear view mirror that went there. Let's check it out. Just wish we could figure that out. Okay, so that bug is definitely going to be on the quick find list, right? So, as you can see, we went to the bottom of the ocean, and the ocean can be quite deep. So, there is plans to put swimming in. We'll eventually have swimming in the system, so you'll be able to swim. Then scuba and making tunnels and that kind of thing. But anyway, let's go hike to our watchtower one last time, and then we'll call the feed there. Lighting systems in here. But anyway, alright, here we are. You can watch fireworks, or to go ahead and close out the feed, let's go ahead and watch a sunset. Alright, well, thanks everybody for joining me today. I appreciate it. Like I say, you know what? Let's quickly do that. Hold on. Let's hold on. We're not done yet here. Alright, so with the land base, you probably want to share this if you want your friends to come here for multiplayer. So the way that we'll do that is we're going to go ahead and disconnect, and then we're going to go to share on workshop, and then eventually this will do all sorts of different parts. You'll be able to do your build parts that are custom, your guns that are custom, anything that's custom that you're building out, you'll be able to push into the game through this Steam Workshop uploader. But for right now, it's just a map. So what should we call today's world? Let's call it Live World. Yeah, we'll call it Live World 1. Type it up. So now, when I click map upload, it's going to go ahead and upload that into the system. And it should acknowledge it. I've had some problems with my acknowledgement system. But as soon as it comes up, it'll acknowledge it. And then we can actually shift tab and go into the workshop tab of Steam overlay. You can also just do this through the Steam store. But basically, now if you look in here, you can look in the maps and see all the different maps that are around. And then, let's see, it's starting to get a little bit more crowded in here now. So finding your maps like that. But now you see Live World 1, right? And I can click on that. And then I can click on subscribe, and that's going to make it so that I can play that map multiplayer, right? So basically, now when I come back into the game, so if I shift tab back, and then I go to host, and I create a server, you'll notice in this list up here, there's now a new map. Oh, you can't notice it because the music's in the way. But, actually, you know what? Let me fix that really quick. Okay, so now you can see there's a, actually, no you can't because, oh, did it crash? Oh, it's there. Oh, okay, here we go. And then now you see there's a list here, and those are all the different maps I'm subscribed to on the Steam Workshop. But this is the Live World one, and you click on Go to World, and now anybody out there can jump into this world. So all you do is like I say, you can in the game or in Steam Workshop, you just subscribe to this world, and when you load in, you click on the name and you'll pop right into the world that you created. Now you won't have the save file, so you won't be able to rebuild your buildings right in like I have here. But you will, if you have your own, you can build your own buildings in. You can share save files, just to let you know, but you have to share them amongst yourselves kind of right now. We have some plans to do blueprinting and things like that in the future. But anyway, okay, well, so after showing you that, let's go back to the idea we had before. My staircase that I made was part of the old loop. Oh, don't matter. It's an instant parkour game, that's for sure. If you like those parkour maps on Minecraft, then I promise you, you'll dig the crap out of DCF. It lets you create whatever kind of parkour thing you want to do. It's obviously a lot more, but yeah. Guys, well, I'd just like to end by saying it's $15.99 on Steam, and we'd love to have you in the environment to see what you would create when you have these types of open development tools. So we definitely hope to see what you guys could come up with, and we'll see you on the next live feed.